guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we are going to go over, I like to do these, you know, kind of like, we're updating it every, like every 100 link level 10 units, I could just kind of give an update, right? The thing that is beginning to get sad and worrisome for me is that I have, at this point, most of my box done. I am still collecting various SSRs of like free-to-play characters, and there are some Dokkan Fest exclusive characters, SSRs, I don't have as well, such as Int UI Goku. I actually have 0 copies of his SSR, right? But, you know, we've continued the process of link leveling. If you guys notice, right there on screen, you can see I have 2 copies of LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Oh, this is... Okay, the one I wanted to look at was this one. This is my, of course, I guess, main copy that I've had since... I don't know, when did I pulled him in 2018? Yeah, I didn't get him on his original banner. But I have a second one right here that's not fully link leveled, because this, for me, is his TUR. So, I've actually slowed down, I think, significantly in my link leveling journey recently, because I've really made it a priority to sort of, like, finish a lot of links for characters. Because, like, okay, so this LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? He is base Goku, and then Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So, really, to finish this character's links, you kind of got to level up his TUR and the LR. There's a couple of differences, right? I had previously fully link leveled his TUR, and then I Dokkan Awaken him to LR, and then there's 4 different links to actually link level. So I've slowed down a bit and actually get like the overall amount of units I'm finishing, but I'm just kind of like collecting like links for characters. Off the top of my head, another character that has a bunch of different links is... He should be high up here because he's an EZA character. Boy. When I get to like the 6th video I've recorded for the day, my brain does get mushy. This guy right here. Because his SSR is base Trunks, right? So he has several different links. So, like, you know, this guy, I link leveled his SSR twice and his TUR twice, right? To fully finish up his links, stuff like that. I have sort of really been, working on finishing, 1,116 characters we do have done. So again, your boy has been hard at the grinding. Now, if we look in my box, I only have 1,594 in total characters. So again, I'm closing in. For the most part, I don't really have random units floating around in my box either. If we take a look, there is the LRTN. Yeah, right here. Here he is. The LRTN that I do actually have to finish getting the medals to awaken the LRTN for the TUR and the SSR copy. There's also Mighty Mask, who I have not actually gotten hit the Mighty Mask like TUR and SSR, which I really should, because what medals is it? It's like they need like battlefield medals, which that currency is so difficult to come across. So I'm just kind of waiting for the LR Mighty Mask, but like that's kind of it, right? Like these days, right? Is I've just been sort of, you know, collecting units to continue link leveling and stuff like that. You know, trying to get as much done as possible, because of course we need to continue to raise this score up here. Any day now, let it load. Wait, new news? What is this? Oh my god, please. Alright, here's the magic of JP Dokkan. There we go. Finally we loaded in. What is this? This has to be like, yeah, I was gonna say, like a bug or an update or one of these little things right there. Okay, perfect. Let me click this real fast. So here's what my power level is looking like, right? Gotten a lot of Dokkan Awakenings as well, because I typically, again, I've explained how many characters, right? Like their TUR and like their LR, for example, would have different links. So, of course, I'm awakening all those units to like LR and stuff like that. So we're up to 1,700 Dokkan Awakenings, which of course is a lot. And then in terms of usage, base Goku has skyrocketed over 30,000 uses for me. Pretty good. And I'm closing in on 100,000 runs on quest stages. Very, very fun. Now, I, of course, in terms of the stages that I'm doing my link leveling on, You guys already know it is 28-2. I spend the majority of my time link leveling on 28-2. The reason is very, very simple, right? This is the fastest stage while having a good link level rate, and there's no missable fights. So it's like, I don't think, the way I judge link leveling, right, is if you give me like, you know, I don't know, like a 10-hour period, what stage, if I just do it over and over and over and over and over again, what stage in a 10-hour period is going to get me the most link levels, right? The answer, I believe, is 28-2 because of the speed of it. Now, you know, many people have realized, right, especially if you're ranked 999, you burn stamina so fast because, again, these runs oftentimes are, you know, a minute 30 to 2 minutes, right? So, like, we are just blitzing through these runs, and it's 25 stamina a pop, so it's just like, boom, stone after stone after stone after stone after stone being used for this. I'm sure next year, I probably will have the most Memorial Dragon Stones I've ever had, I bet, next year because of link leveling on this stage. But for me, it's worth it. Because, you know, I do want to grind power level as seriously as I can, get it higher, right? Now, if you're free to play, I do think this stage can still have value for a lot of players because there's a lot of resources you're going to get. You get so much rank EXP from this stage that I do think it's worth it for many free-to-play players up to, like, rank 700 plus. I know Diddy was telling me that he gained, like, hundreds of levels just grinding this stage, right? Like, the actual, like, you know, rank level. So that can be very good. But, you know, certainly you're just going to blow through so much stamina. You could do, you know, one of the Cybermen stages people like to do, 8, 9, or 7, 10. Oh, nice. There we go. Boom. Look at that. You could do, you know, one of the Cybermen stages. I don't like doing those because they take way longer. You're missing tons of fights, right? It's just, I feel like I'm getting more characters done per day on this stage than any of the Cybermen stages. But the Cybermen stages utilize much less stamina, right? I think Chila now went away, right? Yep, okay. And I could actually revert her back to her SSR now because Shattering the Limit, that's the link she gains at TUR, is now done. Perfect. But Chila is one link away, which is good. Now, the stage I probably would recommend players to grind on is actually 29-3. I think this is probably the ideal stage for most players to actually grind. The reason, it's a lot of the same reasons I like 28-2, I think, are the same for this stage, except this stage, rather than the blue Incredible Gem, which, I mean, if you're a global player, you know, you're grinding it up right now at the start, sure, whatever, right? They just dropped. But you'll quickly, there's just not that many that you need compared to green Incredible Gems. You need a lot more, right? This stage right here drops green Incredible Gems. So you can grind your rank EXP just like 28-2. You can grind good link levels from this stage just like 28-2. But you're going to be getting green Incredible Gems. Now, this fight does have one extra fight to it, but I've found that this goes much slower. The reason is because, so in both stages, 28-2 and 29-3, the main boss fight, so it's this one right here against Cooler's Armored Squadron. In 28-2, it's the final fight against the Red Ribbon Army soldiers. Those enemies are much tougher, right? In those two fights, the last of the soldiers in 28-2, and then the Cooler's Armored Squadron. Because in that boss fight, those characters have, you know, much higher stats. You're not going to take them out just with normal attacks like you would. Like, oh, like these guys, these filler units, like we could just do normals and we're going to take them down, right? Like Chila could take these guys down. These just like filler fights don't have a ton of health. So in 29-3, the boss fight, there's 3 enemies. Whereas in 28-2, the major boss fight has only got 2 enemies. I think that plays a significant factor because, you know, that one fight can slow down your runs significantly because the rest of these are just like these normal enemies. Now, the rest of these other fights also have 3 enemies as opposed to 2, which 28-2 has. All those Red Ribbon Army fights are just against 2 enemies. So you know, there's 4 fights compared to 3 for 28-2, and like, you know, that's an extra, like, so like we have to watch this animation right here. On 28-2, we wouldn't have to watch, we'd already be going to the next fight, right? So it's just like that will of course accumulate over time, and that's why I think, you know, overall I do get less link levels in a day grinding this compared to 28-2, but you're getting your green incredible gems. Remember that you know, they're even, I believe only one character has easy aid from them so far. The Baba Shop Easy A medals. Real quick, I'm gonna finish the video out in a second, right? Kind of giving you guys, I guess at this point, like sort of the monthly update as I've gotten another 100 link level 10 units. But I believe there's those Baba Easy A medals. I think they've only Easy A'd one character with them so far. STR Krillin. Crazy, it was 2 years ago. I remember I bought like 1,000 of each of those 2 years ago, right, from all my link leveling, and then they've never used them again. Like, they haven't gone back to it. It's bizarre, right? Okay, so you see here, we're just grinding incredible gems. Typically, because this stage is much slower, I might do this one here or there throughout the day. Like, if I'm, you know, like, writing info for YouTube uploads or something like that, maybe I'll do this one instead, since I don't have to check it, like, every, you know, 2 minutes, 1 minute 30 on the dot, right? And then finally, those medals I was talking about, let me just quickly flash them on screen, and then we'll finish up. But these Easy A medals, you know, there's a possibility that more characters in the future might Easy A with these Baba medals over here with incredible gems, right? At this point, I have cleared out basically everything that's in here. But I was talking about, oh, I scrolled right by them. These ones right here. So I bought like 1,000 of each of these, right? I just bought a bunch of those. But I think at the moment, only STR Krillin has Easy Aid with these. I'm sure they're going to use more of these. And then, of course, this, you know, you guys see I've got 125,000 of these. And then, I mean, I could just buy a bunch more of these Vegito Blue Easy A medals. Doesn't really matter, right? So, there we go. Let me know what you guys think of the link level grind up here at 1,116 units at full level 10 links. The grind will never stop. Hopefully Dokkan spam releases characters, because I need more characters to link level.